Chief X at you with his common sense science. Chief X, the God best reincarnated. Yep, I'm still the God best. Check this out. Message to Brother Ankh, aka Anka Kek, aka the God Killer, aka Bobby Banger. You see, I was told a while back, when you have so many different aliases, it means your mind is all over the goddamn place. Message to Brother Ankh, we hold you to some things that you told the community you was going to have out or produce for us to clarify some nefarious things you've been into and some egregious lies you've told. Let me remind the community, let me remind you, and let you know we ain't forgot. But you know what? They forgot. Chief X gonna hold you to shit. Check this out, Ankh. You said for a few years that you had some kind of ownership in dealings with the Black Dot bookstore in Atlanta. When we fell out, this is what took it to another level. It's when I exposed you for being deceitful and lying about having some type of ownership of a bookstore in Georgia, which is the Black Dot bookstore. I had done my research and showed you showed the people three of the owners of the Black Dot bookstore, and you were none of the three. So you got pissed because I exposed you for lying to the community and fronting like you were doing something or involved in something more than what's in your capacity. You know, niggas just front and make up shit. Come to find out, Chief X exposed Ankh for bullshit and lying to the community, and he was not owner of the Black Dot bookstore. So when you robbed me and scammed me out of a case of moringa that I sent you wholesale, and you never paid me a penny, they allowed you to put my moringa in their bookstore. And they allowed you to use the Black Dot bookstore to put some of your clothing products in their store. You had nothing to do with ownership or having any kind of stake in the Black Dot bookstore. You're a hobo. Let's be honest. On top of that, you talk about these moderators and Chief X and these moderators. Chief X disrespecting moderators. You goddamn right. I disrespected moderators and will continue to. But after they disrespected me about 100 times first, I got screenshots to prove it all. Everyone knows all them female moderators been disrespecting me in the chats for years. Okay, now, Ankh, you never had to lie to the community about owning that bookstore. One of the reasons why you're pissed at me, and one of the reasons why I'm just in your heart and soul and renting space in your brain, is because I exposed you about that. And it embarrassed you. All on Facebook and YouTube, it embarrassed you. But you shouldn't have lied. Check this out. I got my little robe on, right? I stole this robe from the Red Rock Casino in Vegas. I was living lavish in Vegas one summer weekend. And they had the robe for us, and I said, I'm taking this motherfucking robe home. So this is what this is. The Red Rock Casino's robe. But back to you, Ankh. Also, you've been popping off and pontificating about this panel of experts you're going to be putting together. We haven't seen that yet. You started spouting that shit 9 months ago. Where's this panel of experts, and where this book you're writing to debunk some kind of Black Egypt or whatever you consider yourself debunking, because you're all over the place, no one ever knows. One day you say Egypt's not neither black or white, and you bend the fucking knee and submit to what I've been saying and what I brought out in the conscious community. And then one day you wanted to debate me on some shit. Well, what the fuck you want to debate me on, for? Because all I've ever said was Egypt is neither black nor white. I've laid down that law in this community. This little fake online conscious community. I laid down that law. So are you capitulating from what I hear and see? Just go ahead and admit, say, you know what, Chief X been right about all this shit. I've capitulated and bent the knee to the nigga. So, this panel you've been trying to put together, this book you've been writing, and this presentation you've been talking about for 9 months, what happened to debunk my claims? It never happened. You're just a bullshitter and a talker. You've been wrong for 2 years straight. You've embarrassed yourself for 2 years straight. You've shown you're an emotional wreck for 2 years straight. And to put things on the line, and don't make me show the screenshot, Brother Ankh, a.k.a. Bobby Banger, Ankh, just called my mother a whore and a bitch 2 days ago. The 5th time. But he's worried about people talking about female moderators that have been insulting to people way more first. But he's calling people's moms all kind of things. And he just called my mom a whore and a b 2 days ago. He said it again 2 months ago. He said it before that 6 months ago. But got the audacity to try to lecture people on morality in women, while he's caping for maggot-ass women who've shown themselves to be deceitful with bad behavior. Okay, so two things. Where's this panel of experts? Where's this presentation you've been yapping about for 9 months? And I forgot the other point. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it came back to me. You're supposed to be showing and doing some kind of whole entire video presentation, trying to show and prove that you have some ownership or some kind of you got your foot in the pot of the Black Dot bookstore. How? We're still waiting. Basically, Chief X just caught you in a motherfucking lie that you've been peddling for years, all on Facebook and YouTube. And I think you need to apologize to the community. 2023 gonna be the year of apologies. And I'm holding niggas to their bullshit. All this deceitfulness, none of you guys agree with each other and faking and fronting and it's these fake friendships and shit. You don't agree with Smash, he don't agree with you. Garfield don't agree with you. You don't agree with Garfield. Don't none of you niggas agree with each other. You niggas is all faking and fronting and playing games. And you're on your last ditch effort. It ain't been looking good for you niggas the last few years. To tell the truth, you've been found to be deceitful by everyone. See, people just conveniently can forget about how Ankh has been getting his ass intellectually body slammed for 2 years straight by people he thought were his students. The students began to teach the so-called teacher, Ankh. From every subject, all on the pseudo killers before you erroneously dismissed Sheffron and Corey, they was tearing your ass up for 2 years straight on every topic. You fell off 2 years ago, Ankh, and I just want to remind you. So don't forget to ask Ankh why he's calling people's mothers disrespectful names. Why is he co-signing people like Sabio mentioning people's mothers and pimping mothers and shit like that? Why is you grown 40 and 50-year-old men like Smash and Ankh allowing 20-something-year-old girls to disrespect grown men, and you guys are grown men? You guys are selling out and selling out morally. But people see you. They just want to agree with you, but you guys will sell out your morality and not stand on what's right or wrong, all in your chats, just to appear that you're right. It's a sad day in the so-called conscious community. Apologize to the people for lying about the Black Dot Bookstore for all these years. Birds of a feather flock together. You and Garfield been bullshitting the community for a long goddamn time. On top of this, I need people to ask Garfield. And people talk this black family shit, but it's just fly-by-night entertainment talk. I'm real about my shit. Ask Garfield, is he married? And why isn't he representing his wife, the black family? Nobody said you got to show your wife, put her on camera. But a grown, mature, responsible man wears a wedding ring and at least represents his wife, and in conversation, they'll say, my wife, such and such this, my wife, and I love my wife and my family. Because Garfield had admitted, because I called him on it one time, and he admitted that, yes, he's married. The little boy he has is his wife's child, I believe. I'm not perfectly clear. I could be wrong. I'm not part of that New York crowd. I'm just saying what Garfield has admitted and what I've brought to him. You guys look up to cats who have no respect for their wives and are habitual liars and who make up elaborate lies. And everyone sees it, but just don't care. You're not off the hook, bro. Show and prove, like you said you was going to do. We waited for this and you never did do it. You lied to everybody. You disrespected everyone's intelligence. You said you would have a video and show and prove that you have something to do with the Black Dot Bookstore besides putting my product in there. I made a way for you, nigga. And you bit the hand that feeds you.